If we look at regulation, and the payments package has been one of the most dramatic shakeups that the industry's seen in many years. There's been some good things, there's been some unintended consequences. And when we look at that, there were three real goals: to decrease cost, to increase competition, and to spur innovation.
I think what we have achieved in the PSD2 is a milestone in consumer protection and data protection, and that have been the two big issues which we wanted to address. That on the one hand, in the new finance and payment world, you are protected as a consumer, and on the other hand, it is safeguarded that technologies can't be misused by fraud.
The regulation has worked. What we really need to see is that work for all players in the system. I think transparency and allowing more merchant choice would allow for the market forces to take hold and take advantage of the regulation. Implementing a full surcharging ban would create a better customer experience at point of sale and a more even experience across Europe. From a competition perspective, I'd like to see us really encourage competition, and one-size-fits-all regulation, which is encouraging, which is focused on dominant players, doesn't really allow for that. We really need to see partnership in the market and to spur innovation, and we need regulation to embrace that.
If you look to the history of PSD and PSD2, of course, banks had a lot of concerns and tried to keep what they have in hands. On the other hand, fintechs solve problems which banks have not been able to solve. But that created an environment where consumer protection was not safeguarded. So if I initiate a payment service and then the payment service has full access to my bank account, sorry, that is what I never intended to do. So we had to protect on that level.
From a competition perspective, I really would like to see the regulators encourage smaller players and encourage things like partnerships, which are a great way to spur competition in the marketplace.
But we always said we are neither the fighters for fintechs nor for the banks. We want to have a level playing field where all of them can deliver services, but they have to stick to some rules.
From an innovation perspective, obviously I'd like to see more and faster innovation, so driving consistency and implementation across Europe would make a big difference.